Oh, there you go. That's better. That's better, isn't it? Oh, well, two people here. Hello. No, I'm not drinking a mug of coffee this time of night. I am actually drinking beer. It's just that I haven't got any glasses. Oh, oh, someone's left already. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. There was two people here. Now there's only one. Oh my God. My popularity is taking a nosedive. Neil Fleet is here. Hello, Neil. How are you, Neil? Nice to hear from you. Hope you had a good time in Gambia. Nice to hear from you, mate. Okay. Well, Ben Leno. Hello, Ben Leno. How are you? Well, it's it's about 2:30 a.m. in the morning here, and it should be about 6:30 on I think it's a Thursday, isn't it? In the UK, and it will probably be about what time will it be? Midday-ish or something like that in America. So hello to everybody. 33 people here. Duncan Orr. I'm here now. It's bloody expensive, okay? We're talking about Phuket on this thing, okay? I've got to keep my voice low because, I mean, you know, there's other people. This is a hotel room and it's very, very late at night. Duncan Orr, I'm here now and it's bloody expensive. Is it really, mate? Is it really? Hillary, tell us more. Tell us more. Harvey Dub, hi. Ralph Alonso, this is all you need, just us, okay? John Hughes, good evening. Fran, hi, a question for you. Have you ever been to Myanmar, Mandalay in particular? No, I've never been there. I tried to go to Myanmar some years ago, but the visa seemed too awkward. And I noticed another very, very popular travel vlogger was and ahhing about going there, but the consensus is that, you know, a Westerner walking around with a camera probably isn't very welcome right now, so give it a miss. Mike, hello. Neil Fleet, freezing in Wavertree. Oh, well. Richard White, good evening. Eason Man, hello from Udon Thani. How are you, Eason Man? Hope all's well, mate. Mr. Yo, nice to have you here. HF, hi Eddie, from a very cold East Yorkshire. Oh, it must be cold there back in the UK. At least it's nice and warm here. That was the gecko. That was the gecko. The lizards. The lizards outside. Actually, I've seen two of those monitor lizards. I opened the doors to the balcony. Then there's two of those big monitor lizards out there, and they could get up here because these bastards. I'm pretty sure they can climb. Anyway, expat Pete, hello. Nice to hear from you, mate. I believe I met you in Kuala Lumpur the other week. So hope all's well, mate. Dave, I'd give Phuket a pass. Changed my mind. So, well, I two people mentioned Phuket right now, and one very, very expensive, and another give it a pass. When you say pass, I mean you don't mean it passes the worth visiting, or you mean that just pass it, give it a miss. Pages one, Phuket worth visiting. It has a nice vibe in Bangla Road and some other small streets. Good for a week or two. Okay. Stuart Ridos, you go Jazz, too expensive, Eddie. Okay, so much is expensive in this day and age, and Phuket is notorious, but then Bangkok is not notoriously expensive nowadays. And I've visited Bangkok in recent times. You can get good value in Bangkok. So, Bangkok and Phuket are the two most expensive places in Thailand, which I'm pretty sure they are. Then, I suppose it's, I don't know. I haven't been to Phuket for 20 years. So that's why I really want to talk about it to get some feedback. Too expensive. Duncan, oh yes mate, around 120 for a beer. Well, yeah, that's what that's what I paid in Malaysia. I mean, 120 is about £3 in English money, isn't it? Well, I mean, you pay about £3 for a beer in Kuala Lumpur for about the same size, really. Johan, Phuket's only expensive. Ian Barnett, I visited Phuket, best island yet. Okay. Paul Hoskins, Ed, how are you? I'm fine, thanks, Paul. Nice to hear from you. I'm in the island of Langkawi. Let me just tell you. I wasn't actually planning this live stream. I didn't go out on the town tonight. I was in the, I booked my ticket today. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But basically, I had an Indian. I was out at the beach. I was at a beach bar in Langkawi, and I had an Indian meal, and it looked really nice. But scenario, my eyes were bigger than my belly. I think I had too much, and I just, I went to sleep and I couldn't wake up again. And oh my God, my stomach is just, the effects of the Indian curry. Anyway, but Duncan Orr back to retire on Tuesday. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Half job. O-top bars, is okay. Bangor Road expensive. What was it? Was it for Rand? Good evening, Steady Eddie. Good evening to you. Rosie Sarah, no tuk-tuk too. Now those tuk-tuk, if you're gonna get it, Johan says at least 3,000 baht for a hotel room. Jesus, that's expensive. I've just seen on Booking.com, far cheaper than that. Quite close to the town. The one thing I want, if I do go to Phuket, the one thing I really, really, really want to avoid is getting a hotel that's too far away from the accident, because those taxis, those tuk-tuks, whatever they are notoriously expensive, aren't they? They really, really are. I mean, where I am in Langkawi right now, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, really. There's not much happening. So to get to the beaches or whatever, I have to get Grab taxis. But Grab taxis are bloody cheap. They are really, 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 really cheap, they are. So I don't really mind that. But if I'm getting taxis all the time at, an extortionate rate. So 3,000 baht for a hotel room. I suppose it depends what you want, but I've seen them a lot cheaper than that on Booking.com. Joe Smith, nice to hear from you. Dude, I don't rent scooters, and the taxi tuk-tuk mafia is so strong in Phuket. This is what I've heard. Gareth, hello from the freezing Manchester, Ed. Okay, nice to hear from you. Gabby Hayes, good evening. Leeds, good evening, Eddie. How's it going? It's going all right. I'm coming to the end of my Malaysia trip right now. I've I've spent almost 3 weeks, almost three weeks in Malaysia, Penang, what's it called, Kuala Lumpur, Penang, and for the first time Langkawi. And I never ever lie. I mean, I'm not exactly, I can't pretend that it's really won me over. It's not Thailand. Malaysia is not Thailand, it doesn't have all the excitement you get. But you come to Malaysia really because, you want to get away from all the hustle and bustle and screaming girls and everything of Thailand. You come to here for the travelling experience. I won't pretend that it's a real rocket to the moon, but having said that, it's been okay. I was down at the lovely Langkawi beach today, and I was having reasonably priced beer. The beer is much cheaper here than it is in the other places, and then I had a curry, too much, and it sort of laid me out in bed. But I'm coming to the end of my time in Malaysia now, and I'm heading back to Thailand in a few days' time, and I am heading to a place I've never ever been before. That really highly rated little island of Koh Lipe or Koh Lipe. That's where I'm staying. So I booked my ticket there. I booked my hotel, so I'll be there next week in Koh Lipe. So that's why I was thinking, after Koh Lipe, should I try and make me way to Phuket? We'll see about that. Dude, Rohit Travels, lizards are scary, I hate them. They look sort of prehistoric, don't they? There you go, get the aircon on again. They look sort of prehistoric. The couple that I've seen out the window, but they're not fully grown ones. So you've got to assume that if they're not fully grown ones, you've got to assume that the parents are not very far away. Stuart Marsden, I love Phuket, mate. Some great food and night markets, great bars on and off Bangor Road, and great beaches. Okay, that's a good review. Rudolph Jacobs, good evening there, Rudolph. Hope all's well, mate. Oh, and by the way, the reason I'm doing this live stream on my phone is that there's no internet here. It says internet, there's Wi-Fi and all that rubbish. It's totally useless. Thank God that I got this phone, or I wouldn't really have any entertainment. This phone, I'm using data on this, and it's good. It's really, really reliable, really strong. Davey Pie, keep the patio door shut, absolutely. You've on Kate. I didn't get to see your stay in Langkawi. Are you back to Phuket? No, no, no. I've got a few videos. There will be a couple of videos coming out from Langkawi, but I'm having problems with the internet. You see, I had to take my laptop into town yesterday and upload 3 videos. One of them was what was one of them? One of them was the journey from. I can't remember what they were now. One of them was Penang, wasn't it? Penang to Langkawi. Another one was something else, and the hotel review. And the third one that I thought I put that one out this evening about Pattaya, because I thought some people might want to see that. You might think, well, he's lost the plot, this guy, putting out a video like that. But the thing is that, some people who are interested in food and food festivals may want to see a video like that, because I filmed that around November. So I thought I'd get that out. But I can't upload videos from here, the hotel room, because I do it from my laptop and there's no Wi-Fi. Anyway, but I'm still in Langkawi now. There will be videos coming from here, promise you. What is it? Fairly Fitness. I was in Phuket in October. It's definitely worth a visit. Okay. Now I've only been to Phuket once. That was about 20 years ago, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I stayed in Patong Beach and Bangla Road. Was rocking and rolling. Met some lovely, lovely girls there, and it was terrific. But in recent times, I've heard people say, it's a rip-off, it's expensive. So I can't really judge it from 20 years ago. Let's see. Fairy Fitness says it's cheaper than Bangkok. The Lost King of Scotland. Ed, I'm in Phnom Penh. I'm never leaving. Good for you, mate. You're obviously having fun there. Still some lovely birds in Phnom Penh. Beautiful girls in Phnom Penh. They kind of lost the plot with the prices and all this kind of stuff, but still some beautiful birds in Phnom Penh. Good for you, mate. Where are we now? 144 in the chat. Dude, Hua Hin and Pattaya are both better on the pocketbook. Hua Hin. Well, I've been to Hua Hin, quite recently, early last year, funnily enough, and it's a good town. Pattaya is Pattaya, definitely. Phuket, Johan says Phuket is the most expensive place in Thailand. Well, I've heard that. Maybe it's ridiculous, but how expensive is it really? I mean, if I was to go to Phuket, I'd probably be there for a week or maybe 10 days or something like that. I don't know. All I know is that I will be in Koh Lipe, and to get from there to Phuket, it's not exactly a short ferry journey. It's about 5.5 hours by ferry to get from Koh Lipe to Phuket. It is quite a long journey, really. But at least when I'm in Phuket, I'll be close to an airport, so that'll get me back to Bangkok and Pattaya and all that. I've been umming and ahhing about Phuket for a couple of years. Is it worth a visit? But some people have said don't bother, it's too expensive, this, that and the other. But I recall it 20 years ago being a lovely place. I really, really liked it. I really like Phuket 20 years ago. I like Patong Beach, and it's got to be worth another visit. Has to be. First time in 20 years, it has to be worth a visit. Who's that? Wilja Farang. What? Wilta Farang. Eddie, if you had to choose to live in Cambodia, where would it be? Or better Thailand, and where in Thailand? Well, in Cambodia, I like Phnom Penh a lot, but I'm not sure I can live there all the time. Siam Reap is a very nice town. Siam Reap would probably be a very pleasant place to live. And in Thailand, well, I would imagine Pattaya would be a good place to live. James Rockwell. Hello, Eddie from Michigan. Hello, James. Hope all's well, mate. Mark McCormick. All right, Eddie, my ticket for Phil's is booked in early May. 523 quid. Saudi Airlines got on my hotels for 233 quid for 14 nights. 110 days until I visit. That sounds good. Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. Right in. Hi, Ed. I went during the sandbox period. Was grateful, but probably wouldn't return. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's. I don't think we can judge Phuket by that time. That strange period in our lives. The Phuket sandbox. That sounds. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go then. Davey Pie. Davey Pie, yes, I'd go to Phuket. Just stay outside of the main tourist area. You see, the thing is, Dave, I'd want to stay in the main tourist area. I think the idea of going to Phuket is, to really enjoy that rock and roll lifestyle there. I think that's the idea. If you're going to, stay out the main tourist area, then you may as well be somewhere else in Thailand. I think Phuket is all about the beach, and it's all about the main tourist area, really. So, the hotel, I was looking at a hotel earlier, and it didn't look that expensive. It looked quite reasonable, really, and it was quite close to Patong Beach and the nightlife and that sort of stuff. Mr. Haviland Cowie in my save folder, using high speed elsewhere, like paying bills elsewhere. Yes, okay. Okay, let's see, Mister, I'd like to save the live chat, chaps. Okay, Joe Schmidt, I visited Phuket in 1994. I found it very expensive, but really that far back, it's almost 30 years ago. Very expensive compared to Pattaya. I guess now it's mega expensive. Well, 20 years ago when I went to Phuket, I thought it'd been other places in Thailand, and there were some people who told me that Phuket is twice as expensive as other places in Thailand and not as nice. And well, I thought it was very nice, and I didn't think it was twice as expensive as other places in Thailand. I didn't really think that at all. But I can't judge a place, from going there 20 years ago. Duncan Orr, staying in Crystal Beach for 7 nights. 7 nights is 10,500, 18,000 with 35 nights of Battalion I'm paying. Okay, good for you, mate, anyway. Patey this one. Phuket is good for 2-week millionaires, but it's not budget friendly for cheap Charlies. Okay, fair enough. Tom Streeter, would you say Thailand is still your favourite country in Asia? Probably. It's got the most to offer. I do like Cambodia a lot, but I mean it's taken a bit of a knock for various things, Cambodia, and but Thailand is still Thailand, isn't it? And by the way, it's worth mentioning that with them, I don't know what the Thai baht to the British pound is at this moment in time. Perhaps some of you can tell me, but it's not good, is it? It's not really the time to be going to the expensive places in Thailand. Marie Hazel, good day, Eddie. Time to give Marie Hazel, good day, Eddie. Time to give Phuket a chance again. 20 years ago was a long time. Make it a new adventure. Yeah, exactly. Isa man, pound is under 40 Thai baht for changing cash money. Like you say, is this the time to be going to the expensive places in Thailand? Really? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Tanda man shows the local talent, Eddie. I'm right here. Santorini, still can't get over how shite Siam Reap was. You didn't like it. I like Siam Reap. It depends what you want, mate. Depends what you want, but I like it. Englishman in Malta. Hello, Eddie from rainy Malta. Hello, Englishman in Malta. He has a great channel on that island of Malta, which I've never been there, but it looks like a lovely island. So welcome anyway. Nice to hear from you. KD, Patting Phuket. Do you mean Patong? Phuket is amazing again. It's worth the money. I've been visiting for the past few years. Okay, fair enough. Paul Hoskin. Ed, you should have a bar in Pattaya. Nah, somehow that's not for me. I don't really think that that's for me at all. Not really. I'll tell you what, I've got my own little bar here. Oh. La 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 la. The thing is, if I had a bar in Pattaya, I mean, that means staying in the one place all the time, doesn't it? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Rusty Lead, covering new ground as it's only wood. Now, this is what I'm thinking, you see. Now, I could make videos in Phuket more easily than I could make them in Pattaya. The problem with Pattaya has been overdone. It's been done to death. It's been vlogged to death. Whereas Phuket, I mean, there's not that much, I mean, Phuket's different. I mean, I feel I could make videos in Phuket. I could do things there that I couldn't do in Pattaya. Leo O'Malley, isn't Langkawi a duty-free island with cheap beer? It is a duty-free island. Having said that, if you're going to go into any of the bars around the beach, you get what you pay for. I mean, there's a nice little beach bar, and it looks like a little beach bar, which is where you can get a half pint of of Tiger for 8 ringgits, which is about £1.60 in English money. That's pretty good. But if you go along to the Yellow River bar, it's 15 ringgits. But then that's more of a glamorous bar. You know what I mean? If you want to go upmarket, you will pay upmarket prices. Johan, Colnipe is nice. Pattaya Beach. Yeah, that's where I'm staying. I'm staying around there. Yeah, funny enough, I may actually get to swim in Pattaya Beach for the first time ever. Yeah, that's where I'm staying. I'm off there this week. I'm going to be there for the whole week. I've booked my hotel, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Leo O'Malley got a friend in Colnipe at the moment, Ed, and they're loving it. Okay, well, I'm hoping that I'm going to love it. Now, I'm not saying that I don't love Langkawi. I mean, you've got lovely beaches, but it doesn't. This is Malaysia. This is a different culture, a different religion, and it doesn't have the same vibe. There's something about the Thai islands. I mean, the Thais, they're rocking and rolling, aren't they? With live bands and all this kind of stuff. This doesn't have that kind of vibe, you see. So I think I'll be glad to get back on the Thai islands once again. MGRX Soledad, Lipe is lovely. Very chilled and not crowded, and the best blue water anywhere in the region. I can't wait. Never been there. Somebody compared it to Phi Phi Island. I went to Phi Phi Island years ago, and that was beautiful. But people often compare Koh Lipe to Phi Phi Island. I can't wait. I'm heading there pretty soon, so can't wait. RTV, you in Phuket? No, not yet. Daniel Taylor, Ed, can I come out with you one day? Okay, of course you can. Okay, of course you can. Meet me in Phuket. Sniper Juice, it's a long way to Tipperary. Okay. In the low season, Phuket is a lot cheaper. Hotel prices will go 50% down. Well, it's February. February is not quite the low season, is it? Not really. It was. I was looking at something. I think it was Gabriel Traveller, and he stayed in Malaysia, didn't he? I think he might have stayed in Penang, actually. And he was paying ridiculous $130 a night for a hotel room, something ridiculous like that. But that was around Christmas time, and now the same room he checked is about $36. I mean, you've got to go Christmas is the peak of the peak of the peak. If you're going to go that time anywhere, it's going to be ridiculously expensive. If I head to Phuket, it will be February. So it will be February. February is it's still very very much it's high season. It's not the peak of the peak, but it's still quite high season. Johan, can take both from Langkawi to Koh Lipe. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, absolutely. Book me ticket. Capo 17, evening Ed, the UK is cold as a Tory's heart. Oh, well, my thoughts are with you. My thoughts are with you. RTV, if you're in Phuket, go to James Bond Island. I've done that. I think that's more the Krabi province. I did that. I was actually in Patong, and I'd done a day trip, which involved going around the Krabi Islands. But the problem with that And somebody done one recently, I think it was yours Travels who done one quite recently like that. And it's a hell of a long day. That's like a 12-hour day from leaving your hotel to returning home. And that's too long for me now. I can't do stuff like that anymore. I'd be I can't do stuff like that anymore. I like, yeah, I'm going to do a day trip. I'd like to do a 4-hour one. I don't want to be doing a 12-hour one. That'd knacker me, that would. Right in. Yes, man. I booked 2 return flights with Saudi to Bangkok. And much cheaper than others, especially from mainland Europe if you can go there. Okay. Daniel Taylor, you look really well, mate. Thank you. I don't really feel it after eating that bloody curry. The curry was nice, but as well as the yeah, the curry, I also had poppadoms and I had naan bread and I had rice and I had onion arty barties or whatever they were. Played havoc with the indigestion. JB, all right, Eddie, just made a green tea and having a tug over the, I'm having a tug over the ladies to present Wheel of Fortune. Can't remember their name, but it wouldn't change my course of action. Okay, first of all, you carry on having a tug, mate. Anyway, good for you. It's Koh Samui. Now, I went to Koh Samui earlier this year, and I know like it was still recovering from lockdown and all that kind of stuff, but I wasn't really blown away by Koh Samui. I think it's one of those places when you go into the town centre, it doesn't feel like you're on an island. I wasn't really blown away with Koh Samui, to be honest with you. Daniel Taylor, Ethel, come on, have a beer with you. Thank you. Rusty lad, get a small pocket Wi-Fi, put your SIM card in it, and you can use your phone, computer, iPad, etc. all at the same time. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good, but I'm so used to use. I mean, the hotel Wi-Fi and all the other places have been brilliant, but here it's just useless. Flores, cheers, Ed. Hope all is well and the beer tasting good. Okay, thanks for that. Nice to hear from you. Hey, Jim, where are you right now? I'm in a hotel in Langkawi in Malaysia. Oh, McLaren F1 race. Bloody hell, it's Mr. Steady. I'm drinking low. I'm still at work. You're drinking while you're still at work. That sounds like a bloody good job that you have there. Nice to hear from you, Clive. Kipax, hello Eddie, hope all is well. Hello Kipax, nice to hear from you. I hope I haven't turned up at an inconvenient time anyway. I didn't feel a couple of hours ago, I couldn't get out of bed. I just couldn't, after having that Indian curry, I just couldn't rise. But now, I got this idea in my head. Today, I've booked my hotels for Koh Lipe, and I booked my ferry ticket there, so my ferry ticket there, so I'm booked for Thailand anyway. So I'm just like thinking, after Koh Lipe, where next? Phuket. I mean, I've and ahed about Phuket the last couple of years, but seeing some downs, I'm seeing them down this way. I mean, from Koh Lipe to Phuket, it's still like a lengthy journey. But yeah, I think really, maybe time to take another look. Kip, okay. Certified American, looks good, Steady. Okay, nice to hear from you, mate. Been a long time, my old friend. How are you? How are you these days? Anyway, good to hear from you. Kipak's volume low. Is the volume low? Is the volume low there? Is that better? Is that better? Okay, volume low. Don't listen. Okay, Jimmy, don't listen to the negative comments about Phuket. Well, this is like, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I mean, if people, been to Phuket and they had not a good experience because it was far too expensive for them, then we can talk about it. I'm all ears. If everyone. If I was to do this and everyone was to say, don't go to Phuket, it's a rip-off, it's not worth it, I'd probably think, okay, I'll give it a miss. But I think the comments are a bit divided. I think most people seem to think that Phuket is a bit expensive. But there are some people who say that they like it there. So, yeah, I'm all ears. That's what it's all about, Mary Tweener, I've been in Phuket in October. I can tell you that compared to Pattaya, it's not cheap. Many people are hustling for money, and you cannot drink beer in peace. Ladies are not cheap like in Pattaya. Well, they're not bloody cheap in Pattaya these days, so that's saying something. Jimmy says it's one of the best places in Thailand. RRTV, don't stay in Phuket town, stay in a town outside. A town outside. Well, I wouldn't stay in Phuket town. If I'm going to stay in Phuket, I want to be close where the action is, around Bangalore, Patong Beach. I know the hotels will be a bit more expensive when you stay close to the action, but you know, those taxis are notoriously expensive in Phuket. So I don't want to be getting taxis all over. I'm in Langkawi now. I mean, I think I've had enough of being in places which are out in the middle of nowhere. This hotel here is out in the middle of nowhere. But at least when I get a grand taxi, you know, to wherever I'm going, at least they're very, very cheap. But I don't want to be getting those Phuket taxis all the time. So I'm prepared to pay a little bit extra, you know, to stay in a hotel where the action is. Let's see. Okay, Chag Wednesday evening, Eddie. Okay. Sean the Prawn. Okay, nice to hear from you, mate. Phuket town is a dive. The beaches are where it's at. Okay, I don't think I've ever been to Phuket town. I didn't actually make it there. I stayed in Patong Beach when I was there. John D. Hello, Steady Eddie. All these places you visited recently must suck since you're not staying long in any of those places. John Doe, let's read that out again. Hello, Steady Eddie. All these places you visited recently must suck since you're not staying long in any of those places. Really? You think so? I stayed 5 days in Kuala Lumpur, which is not a short time. I stayed for 7 days in Penang, which is not a short time either. And I'm staying for 7 days in Langkawi. So, you know, I think that's long enough, really. Ricky, just say Phuket. Just say, yeah, oh yeah, whatever, good. I know what you mean. Couldn't I see my hero? This guy reporting back from far-flung places. Always reminds me of John Simpson. I think he does more war zones, doesn't he? Cheers, mate. Anyway, Mano Paravida. Yes, it is. I spent 5 nights there over Christmas in Carter, which is a little different than Payang. Payang. What is Payang? Do you mean Patong or something? I don't know what you mean there, mate. Mary Tweener. But on the other hand, you will have a much fun in the nightlife because you have lots to see over there. I mean, I loved the nightlife when I was there. I mean, you know, Bangalore Road. I didn't notice Bangalore Road then, you know, but I knew it as the main road, the main drag going down to the beach. But they had some rocking bars there, really, really rocking bars, nightlife and all that when I was there. And there was the U2 bar. There was the U2, and I seem to recall the U2 bar was on either side. There was 2 bars on either side of the road. And I actually got the barmaid out of the U2 bar. Oh, she was beautiful. Lovely. She was the barmaid. She had a she's like a James Bond girl, you know. Oh, lovely, smooth, beautiful body, but very, very opportunistic. Very, very opportunistic. She I brought her back to the hotel, yeah, and then I met up with her the following night, and we come to the hotel for the second time. And by the end of that night, she'd already decided that I was going to be with her for the whole month. I was going to pay a massive amount of money. I was going to help her father out with his business. The family lived in northern Thailand, which is quite chilly. So I was going to buy her mother a new overcoat. I'm not making this up. This seriously, you know, she wanted me to buy her mother a new overcoat. And, I thought, well, why don't you just bloody, get a sheet of paper and write down, your shopping list, you know. She'd already decided I was going to pay for everything, so I thought that relationship didn't last too long. Anyway, who's that? Jimmy. Get yourself to the tongue and have a blast, yeah? Richie White, Ed, try Gambia. The girls can suck. Send me some of those millimeters of hose pipe would take some. Okay. Slits my seat. All about Koh Chiang for me. Koh Chiang's a good island. Good island. Walter Farang. Take care, steady. Keep it steady. Okay, cheers. JP, as Dickens once said, you have to pick a pocket or two. Oh, we've had plenty of action out there. You have to pick a pocket or two. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, hordes of cash don't grow on trees. You got to pick a pocket or two. I'd say that Oliver's my favourite musical of all time. Absolutely wonderful. Lionel Bart, wonderful. Travel show. No, it's not. Goodbye. Oh, okay, he's just tuned into the live stream to say goodbye. All right, bye. Okay, Paul Hoskin. Don't worry, he'll be back. He'll be back. Yeah, it's like trolling is the drug, and he needs it. Yeah, he'll be back. Paul Hoskin. If only there was a Pattaya where I live, then I wouldn't have to pay for the hotel. Good for you, mate. Samuel Hudson, hi Eddie, where's the best place you've been so far? Cheers. Well, on this particular trip, where have I been on this particular trip? Bangkok, Pattaya, Siem Reap, Phnom Penh, Kampot, Malaysia. Well, I mean, somewhere between. I mean, Pattaya is hard to beat. Pattaya is wonderful, but Phnom Penh was still good fun. It was still lively, and Siem Reap, I like Siem Reap a lot. So between those ones, Kampot was good. Kampot, I've never been to Kampot before, but it was definitely worth a look. Jimmy, beers on Bangla Road are 80 baht. 60 to 80 baht on Nana. Well, 80 baht isn't that expensive. That's £2, isn't it? 60 to 80 baht on Nana Road. Can eat cheap as well if you don't eat in Western restaurants. I don't get what is expensive about it, to be honest. Okay, well that's good. That's good. I mean, I'm with it all the way there. I mean, Bangkok's like that. Some people say Bangkok is ridiculously expensive, but I didn't find it to be that expensive. You avoid the really expensive places. El Terrifico, hi Eddie, nice to see a surprise live stream. Nice of you to tune in anyway, mate. Nice to hear from you. Noonie, about 40. Yeah, 40 baht to the pound. Well, at least it's an easy one to calculate, isn't it? 100 baht is £2.50. 200 baht is a fiver. It's bloody expense. If I go to Phuket, I will be going there thinking, I'm going to an expensive place. I won't be staying there for months or nothing like that. I'll be staying there for a week or maybe 10 days, something like that. But what would be good, I think it'll be good, for the YouTube channel, because I think I'll be able to make videos there, because I've never made a video from Phuket before, and also there's probably a lot going on there. There may even be some bar owners or whatever that I could interview and maybe get a little bit of feedback from them. We'd say about that. I can't get to sleep at Det Udam. Someone's still having a party 3 kilos away. My God Almighty. The Clan F1 race, I'm off home low. We'll be listening in the car and pick some San Miguel up on route. Good for you, mate. I bet you're looking forward to the Philippines. Good for you. Kipax, you again, Noonie. Leo Malley, 40.78 baht to the pound today. Well, it's all going against us, isn't it? I mean, our weak pound, the Thai baht is strengthened against our weak pound. I'm talking about going to the most expensive place in Thailand. Doesn't look good. Antia says it's under 40 baht at the moment. Mark Saunders, even steady Eddie. So how many months have you been out on your travels? Will you finish off with Pattaya? Well, my travels are 4 months. I've got about 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks left. My travels, and yes, I will finish off with Pattaya. Good old Pattaya. Because the thing about Pattaya, it's close to Bangkok. I mean, you can get a taxi very, very easy from Pattaya to Bangkok Airport. Kipax is meant to be logging off, but now Steady Eddie is on. Jesus. Okay, nice. Glad you're there anyway, mate. S Travels 4K. He's got a great channel. He does some wonderful walk around vlogs in from Barcelona to Rome and many other places. Hello everyone, and Ed, yes, I would definitely go. I would make some good content too, mate. Okay, thanks for that, mate. Anyway, okay, that sounds good. Kipax, that decor is violet. It's actually not a bad little. It's a spacious hotel room. It's got a nice balcony. It does have a nice balcony. It's good for washing your clothes, and you put them outside and they dry instantly. And the field outside, you know, got all kinds of animals there, monitor lizards and all kinds of stuff. It's just the Wi-Fi is not good. Capo, Ed will be visiting Maybell's Coffee Garden in Phuket. I've never heard of it. I haven't been here for 20 years. Kipax, even the cup is green outside. Yeah, absolutely, I'll tell you what. Oh! I'm going to have... Yo! I'm going to have a Guinness. The thing is, if you go on the 7-Elevens here, the cans of beer are half the price of what you pay in other 7-Elevens in Kuala Lumpur or Penang. So, you know, the beer is a lot cheaper here. There we go. There you go. Nice Guinness. Why the hell not? Toby Price, lower. Phuket is not for me. Go to Songla, cheap and nice beaches, South Thailand. Close to the Malaysia border. Songla, okay. But the thing about Phuket, I mean, you know, I think I could make some good videos there because a lot of people would be interested in Phuket. Some people wouldn't be, but there are people who would want to know what is the script with. And it's all about information. You know, what is the script with the ladies in Phuket? I mean, I don't know. I haven't been there for 20 years. You know, I can't go by give information that's 20 years old. But it'd be nice to suss a bit of that out and, you know, find out other things about it. At the end of the day, if I don't go, I can never really report on it. McLaren F1 race, just looked, pound is up against the Filipino peso. Good for my trip next month. Good for you, mate. Good for you. HF, 6 of us going to Phuket in October for 14 nights. Good for you, mate. Johan, what beach on Langkawi do you stay at? I'm not actually staying at a beach. I'm staying out in the middle of nowhere. But I'm actually, you know, for a couple of quid each way, I can get to either of the beach, you know, in a Grab taxi. So at least the Grab has saved me, really. It really, really has. Ian Greaves, hello, get to Phuket and enjoy yourself. It's expensive, but you're only here once. I'm in Kampot. It's cheap as chips. End to Phuket next week. Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. Steve Ray, go to Camilla, Ed. You can get some good cheap places. Just seeing a YouTuber leave. Got a place for 400 baht a night. He loved it. Well, I don't know what you're going to get for I don't know what I've never been to Camilla. I don't know what you're going to get for 400 baht a night. Lord Lucan, so this is where you ended up. I was in Phuket in December and found Bangla. And OTOP was expensive for lady drinks. And 200 Thai baht tuk-tuks. Much prefer Pattaya. Bangkok was even. I'll be back to Pattaya in May. Okay, good for you. Kipax, I would rather see you in Phuket over Pattaya. Okay, fine, thank you. Thanks for that. Paul Hoskin, yeah, I can make videos there. You've got to go to a place, otherwise you can't make videos about it. Paul Hoskin, how many beers is a good night out? God knows. Shackbound, Ed, that's shaking the camera reminds me of the video the subscriber made, Junior catchphrase and shaking the last drop from the tin. That was, oh yeah, I think I've seen that one. Okay, anyway, I'm just going to skip through a teensy weensy little bit. Apologies if I'm skipping out, you know, sort of some people. Apologies for that. Wells 32, thank you for that super chat, Wells 32. Eddie, you have a great time in Phuket, loads of lovely beaches there. Okay, that's a good positive review, isn't it? Thanks for that super chat, mate. Cheers, thanks for that. And Samuel Hutchinson, enjoy Phuket. I've never been, so looking forward to your vlogs from there. Okay, Samuel Hutchinson, thank you once again. Cheers, mate. Well, the consensus is that Phuket is going to be on the menu. I'm going to be in Koh Light first, and then I'll probably get I'll probably get the ferry anyway. It's not a short ferry; it's about 5.5 hours, which is quite a long time. But you know, what the hell? Why the hell not? Okay, I know that I'm skipping some of these, but I know that I'm skipping some people. So. Skipping somehow, so apologies for missed out. Timmy, average tourist in Phuket stands upright. Average punter in Pattaya is hunched over with fun, okay? Stan, what city in Malaysia do you like best? Well, I was in Penang, wasn't I? It's Penang, Georgetown. It had one lovely area, which I'd done a video about the street art and all of that. Malaysia is a place. I mean, if you're coming out to this part of the world and you're travelling for months at a time, it may be worth coming to somewhere like Malaysia simply to get away from the women and the hustle and the bustle and all this kind of stuff, and see a bit more of a sedate, a different culture. And it is a very, very nice culture there, really. But if you're coming to Southeast Asia and you only have 3 weeks, I would not recommend staying the whole 3 weeks in Malaysia. Because you're gonna want wine, women, and song, really, aren't you? And you're not gonna get too much of that here. Roots Originals, Phuket was great when I went, but that was in 1998. Seaside Freddy, Farang's walk and talk and ATM machines. Timmy, I suppose you're having an oil change in anticipation for redlining Pattaya, max value, okay? Steve Ray, Eddie, Kamala, you can get good prices for place to stay. Friend's got a nice place to stay for 400 baht. Well, that's interesting. I mean, if Patong Beach is where I want to stay, because I want a bit of the old rock and roll and nightlife. But if Kamala, you don't know, I might stay in Kamala as well. After Patong, you never know. You just never know. Make it up as I go along. I've got a bit of time on my hands anyway. John K. Phuket is worth visiting, but choose the location wisely, as the taxis are a rip-off and you don't ride a bike. Yeah, absolutely. Crypto Chris card in the house. Mr. R. $3 Bear currency exchange. David Pipe, Ed, hope you're having a great time on your trip. Thanks so much for posting the videos. I've never been to most of these places outside Thailand. Okay, cheers, thanks for that. My Life Thai. My landlord that was born and raised in Bangkok told me Phuket is the most expensive place in Thailand because all supplies need to be shipped in and no public transportation, so taxis will you. Okay? Crypto Kriska, what part of Phuket? I will be staying, if I do go, and it looks like I am, around the Patong Beach area. Dino, Mirage Hotel in Patong isn't a bad place to stay for the money. Walkable to everything and about 35 quid a night. Stayed there a couple of times. Mirage Hotel, okay, fine, thanks for that. Mike Richardson, Eddie, my good lad, good to see you too. Mike Richardson's off to Pattaya on Sunday. Good for you then. Travel Talk, Pattaya's a sausage fest. And aren't you the one who said goodbye? You were going, you were going to watch something on Netflix or something. Chris M, any more thoughts on Pattaya, John TM for this trip, Eddie? Keep it the good way. Yeah, I'll be finishing off there. Like I just said, a few moments ago. The good thing about Pattaya, it's the perfect place to finish off because, if your flight's leaving from Bangkok, then, It's dead easy to get there. Dead easy to get to the Bangkok airport. Phil Phil Hollishead, have you ever been to Ao Nang? Yeah, I did go to Ao Nang. I went there about 6 years ago, and I wasn't really that keen on it. It was very, very nice, but it seemed to me more like it seemed more like a Turkish resort. It's you know, it was very, very Muslim. I'm not saying there's anything. I'm in like a country like that now. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it seemed more of a family orientated place, Ao Nang. It wasn't really the right place for me. Yeah, Mike Richards flying out on either air. Good airline. Phuket is still not bad compared to the UK. 100 baht for a beer, still only £2.50. Where I stay, it's over £5 a beer. Yeah. Well, oh, absolutely. I mean, it's still, you know, it's still good value if you look at it. And of course, you're going to get better weather in Phuket than you'll get in the UK right now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a week. Could do with a week there, definitely. Gareth, have you ever been to Koh Chang? No, I've missed that one. Eastern man, beaches don't do it for me, and sand gets in everywhere. I like greenery and rather be in a nice park with a lake, trees and grass. Okay, fair enough. I like beaches because you see lovely birds with bikinis on. You know, that's what I like. Mike Richards in Phuket is expensive. Paul Hoskin, you don't have to buy the girls a drink before a game of Connect 4. Okay, I wouldn't. Whenever they approach in the bar, say, "Oh, you want to play a game?" No, thanks. Do I look like a mug? Mr. Who, good evening, Ed. How's it going? I think you should come out with your own condiments called Ed's Bloody Good Sauce. Sounds good. I like the sound of that. Englishman in Malta. Out of all the places you've visited, are there any you would retire to, or you would prefer, or would you prefer UK? Oh, there's lots of places to retire to. I'd like to retire in. I don't know. I'd like to retire in Pattaya, but the thing about that, I mean, what would happen to my YouTube channel? Because Pattaya is being done to death, and I wouldn't want to be just another Pattaya vlogger. Siam Reap is a really, really nice town. I like Siam Reap quite a lot, really, in Cambodia. Someone said, watching a bunch of warlords from an undisclosed location in downtown Mogadishu. Cracking show. Enjoy it, mate. Michael Janaeus, just got back, Eddie. Pattaya Jomtien was fantastic. Okay, good for you, mate. Same as Dr. I'm in Koh Chang now. I'm in Koh Chang. Koh Chang's a good island. I'm not really very, very keen on, what do we call it? What's it called? White Sand Beach. I'm not very, very keen on that one because when you walk up the high street of White Sand, it doesn't feel like you're on an island. I prefer other places there. Jet hopper. Does anyone ever bother renting a car to travel around town, or is it not worth it? I mean, some people would rent a car. And the thing about driving a car in Thailand, I mean, at least they drive on the same side of the road as we do in the UK, so it would probably be easy. But I think it was Jim Andrews who said to me, you know, when you're driving, it's not that bad driving in Thailand. It's the motorbikes you've got to watch out for. You know, they seem to come out of nowhere. I don't think it's for me. David R. Yo, David R. Now, David R. knows Phuket. We're talking about Phuket on this live stream, and is it worth going there? I'm in Langkawi, but I'm on my way to Koh Lipe soon. Okay, let's see. David R. I've lost £10 already. Good for you, mate. Good. I wish I bloody could. Yeah, when I get back to England, okay, I'm gonna. It's the easiest thing in the world to say I'm going to give up the booze and I'm going to go on a diet and all that. We'll see. I'm going to make an attempt anyway. Samuel Hutchison, thank you for that super chat. Enjoy Phuket. I've never been, so looking forward to your vlogs from there. Okay. I think I already read that comment. Thanks, mate. Anyway, cheers. Lester Paul, Phuket is a better all-rounder place, something for everyone. Mongas are probably best stay in Pattaya. Okay. Paul Hoskin, everyone remembers their first bar girl and what bar it was. My first Thai girl that I met, actually she wasn't Thai, she was from Laos, and she wasn't the best one. She was a bit of an opportunistic girl. That was actually from the Hard Rock Cafe in Bangkok, but it got better. Not a good start, but it got better. Let's see. David R. Wow, you made me to Phuket. No, I'm not in Phuket right now. David. I'm talking about going to Phuket. I'm thinking about it. I'm actually in Langkawi in Malaysia, still here. I booked this coming week to go back into Thailand. I'll be going to Koh Lipe or Koh Lipe. I'll be staying there for a week, and I'm looking forward to that one. But then I'm thinking about going to Phuket after that. So we'll see anyway. Mr. Who, Koh Samui is way better than Phuket. Well, I've been to both, and I have been to both, and I like Phuket a lot better. Life Utopia. Ed, you're representing for the viewers, so even though Phuket might have its downsides, you'll be doing your viewers a service by covering the island. A lot of us look forward to your guidance. Thank you for that comment. It's a very nice comment. Thank you. Samuel Hudson, Pattaya is still the greatest place on the planet. It's addictive. Absolutely. I mean, I've said this before, but it's like a giant Christmas pudding, isn't it? It looks great. It smells great. You can't wait to get your teeth into it. But sooner or later you're going to get pig sick of it, and you don't want to see it again for a very long time. Until, of course, you get hungry once again. And I don't know, you always tend to return to Pattaya anyway, for one reason or another. David R. Yo, Ed, you caught me. Okay. Nice to hear from you. Martin Ryder's here. Nice to hear from you, Martin. Great to hear from you, mate. Good evening. Eddie in Phuket. No, I'm not in Phuket, Martin. I'm thinking about going to Phuket, and I want to get a little bit of feedback there with this vlog. I'm still in Langkawi, in Malaysia, and I've already booked to go to Koh Lipe or Koh Lipe in Thailand. So I'll be off there pretty soon. I'm looking forward to that one. But after Koh Lipe, I think Phuket could be the next one. Mike Richards, I'm on the Eva Air flight Sunday night. Okay, have a nice journey. Legan, hi Ed, you haven't caught a live stream since Earth and Kit and you. Great stream. Just watch your food vendor vid at Fireworks Festival. Okay, thanks for that, mate. Anyway, I uploaded that video because I thought, some people are foodies, and during that festival, I kept meaning to upload that one, but never got around to it. Some people will want to know what kind of food was on offer there, so I thought, a little walkie video through there, Dutch Farang, well, hello, long time. Okay, no, nice to hear from you, mate. Mark McCormick, many people, including myself, use your videos as travel guides. So if you go to Phuket, I'm sure many of us will follow your recommendations. Okay, cheers for that. Of course, that's what it's all about. It's all about information, you know what I mean? And I'll tell people things as honestly. I don't always get things right, but I'll tell things as honestly as I find them. You know what I mean? Good or bad. If I go to Phuket and I think it's ridiculously expensive, then I'll say it's ridiculously expensive. Paul Hoskin, bit embarrassing having a tub of Vaseline in your pocket. No, make what you please with that one. Simon, I recommend Silver Resort Hotel, best location in Patong. I stay there every time I visit. 10 minutes from Bangla and close to the more relaxed part of the beach. Okay. Silver Resort, okay. Nick Barton videos. You have to skip many miles as your fan club is expanding daily. Okay, thank you. Funny enough, in Malaysia, I mean, I've only been recognised a few times since I've been here. A couple of times in Penang. And a chappie, came up to me at the beach bar today, and he said something quite unusual. He said, I love your live streams. I love those live streams. And that's quite unusual, because a lot of people prefer the videos You know, some people don't like the live streams, but he said, I love those live streams. So whoever that was, if you're watching, cheers. Nice meeting you anyway. Barry Harmon. Hi Eddie, Phuket is worth visiting once, particularly where Bond film was made. Enjoying your videos. Yeah, I've been to James Bond Island. I think that's more crabby, isn't it? James Bond Island. That is more crabby. And I seem to remember a very long day trip. Eason man, it doesn't seem that Thailand is the best of high seasons, and this is following on from last year with all the rules and 2 years of lockdowns before that. Bar girl prices on average up and quality down. Okay, well, thanks. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. Nice to hear from you, Eason man. Steve, there's a place in Camilla Beach called the Pond. You can getting something to eat for and people watching. Well, I've never thought about going to Camilla Beach. I mean, the last time I was in Phuket, I stayed in Patong, and that's where I want to go this time. But you never know. I mean, you never know. I might stay in Patong for a while and then go to Camilla Beach. You never know. Nick Flaherty, flights to Thailand still too expensive. Martin Ryder, Witherspoons, January sale, pint of Leffy, bacon and chips, all for $5.75. Good for you, mate, good for you. England is cheaper than Asia. Good for you, mate. Farang Travels, nice to hear from you. David White, looking good, Ed. Fill us in what happened with Earth and Kit, mate. God bless, mate. And Sam will say, oh, she was good fun, wasn't she? She was good fun. That's all I'll say. Thanks for that super chat, Dave. Thanks for that. That video that I did, and I made that video because, you know, I had an unfortunate incident, didn't I? A non-pen about being gazumped. That video is my first, well, it's a live stream. That's the first one ever to reach 17,000 views, which is a lot for a live stream. I've had a few of them on 16,000 before. You know, you know, some people say live streams don't get that many views once you upload. Well, that one did. 17,000 views for a live stream is quite a lot of views. And some people liked that and some people hated it. But nevertheless, I mean, the viewing figures, you know, speak for themselves. Gordo, nothing is too expensive for the pound with your exchange rate. Patong is a great place, okay? Steve, good man, David. Thanks from everyone. Harry Haunton, I steady Eddie. What's loads of your vids? Great work, Ed. Thanks. I'm sitting in my man cave in the cold UK. Oh, well, stay warm, mate. Stay warm. Mr. Who, Ed, did you ever get your hair trimmed at that famous hairdresser in Pattaya by the Thai one with massive knots? No, I didn't. I know the one that you mean. I do know the one that you mean, but the thing is, other people did that video, so I don't want to just do the same as what they did. You know what I mean? But she did have a nice pair of knots. Andrew Blades, you have the best of both worlds, living in England and travelling the world. Keep it the good work. Okay, thanks for that, mate. Cheers for that. Let me see. Bit more drinking Guinness here. Yo. Lovely stuff. You see the head on that? Nick Goslin, visit Bangor Old Patong. Stay Camler, I reckon. Was there in 99 was heaven. Last year was 2002. Patong was a tad spoiled ever then. Visit Bangor Old Patong. Stay in Camler. I don't actually know how far away from each other they are. I don't know how far. I mean, you know, I would have thought it might be quite a way away. Timmy, Steady will be on UK Gold if he keeps lurching back to the Pattaya. David R. Deathworth going to Phuket. Oh, good for you, mate. Okay, we'll have to have a talk about that. Dave's been on the live streams on this channel a few times, and he loves Phuket. Deathworth going to Phuket. He's booked it again. Okay, man, send me some info. I'm all ears. Mr. Ed's bloody good sauce using vinegar rather than eggs. Sounds good, yeah? Wayne Davidson, nice to hear from you, Wayne. Nice to hear from you. Hope all's well, mate. I hope you're, you know, you're coping well with the cold in Scotland. Cheers, mate. Anyway, and say hello to your mum as well. I do say hello to your mum. You know, it's great that she watches the show. Cheers, mate. Nice to hear from you, Mister and Higher Price Flower. Roger, I love Phuket. Moving there soon. Okay, I love Phuket. Moving there soon. It was paradise last year, but at the moment it is very crowded with tourists. Well, it must be good then if it's crowded with tourists. Michael Janaeus, good that you're staying in Patong. Tuk-tuk costs and taxis are 300 Thai baht minimum from Kamala to Patong. Go to Tiger Bar and Saipan clubs go for me. Well, 300 baht minimum from Kamala to Patong. That's not that much, is it? Go to Tiger Bar and the Saipan clubs go mix. Okay, I haven't booked anything in Phuket yet. I haven't. I mean, the purpose of this live stream is to decide whether I'm going to go there. In case you just joined, I'm still in Langkawi in Malaysia. I am going to Koh Lipe in Thailand next week. And then after Koh Lipe, I think Phuket should be on the menu. Let's see. Kevin Mitchell, over Bangkok 14, my birthday, 16, staying in Ibis. Hopefully catch it. Okay, cheers, mate. Martin Ryder copied. Mike Ritchie went to Phuket, stayed one night and went to Pattaya. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Daruki Cameron, Eddie, finally managed to catch you. Been keeping up with the videos though. Okay, cheers. Lester Paul, any views on Philippines there? The Philippines is good. I've been to the Philippines twice. Once was years ago, and the other was about 4 years ago. And I liked it there. I mean, my issue with the Philippines is that, you know, street safety it's not as safe as Thailand. You know, especially at night time when you're walking around, it's not as safe as Thailand. But other than that, the Philippines is a great place and well worth a visit. And yeah, I'd consider going there again. Lee Butler, never been. Would like to go for the experience, but that's about it. Joe Freeze at Long Beach, Koh Lanta is well worth a visit. It may be on the way to Phuket for you. It's one of my favourite places in Thailand. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, the thing is, I'm in Langkawi right now, and Langkawi is really, really nice. It's really, really lovely. You know, I was down at the beach today. I was sitting there at a beach bar, and the beaches are absolutely beautiful and all that. But the thing is, though, it's you know, sooner or later, you want a really, really rocking area, you know, with loads of beach bars. And if you go to a place with loads of beach bars and activities, some people will say, you know, it's too commercialised, you know, and this sort of stuff. But the thing is, when you haven't got that, you know, you kind of long for it. I mean, Langkawi has got, you know, it's got a few beach bars and, you know, and that's about it, really. It doesn't really have any live bands or nothing like that. Just like Phuket on Monday, way too humid for me, around 80%. Really? The only thing which Phuket is not good, answer, the only thing which Phuket is not good, it's more expensive than other beaches in Thailand. Pattaya is value for money, okay? Let's see, Phil Johnson fell in love with a Malaysian girl from PJ, but her parents banned me from seeing her again as I wasn't Chinese. And she went out with an Indian fella to spike them afterwards. Okay, fair enough. Paul Hoskin, best food in the world, bacon. Martin Ryder, Cold PP is overrated. I went to PP. At the same time as I went to Phuket, and I loved it. Hi Ed, I'm going to Thailand in March. Any recommendation for a reasonably priced hotel near the action? Well, a reasonably priced hotel near the action, if you're going to be in Bangkok, you could stay in the Royal Ivory, which is on Soi 4. The Royal Ivory, I've done a video of it. So that's pretty good. It depends where you are in Thailand, really. I was at Felix. I was in Phuket 17 years ago and was a teenager back then and really liked it. Okay. GHB. I've been living in Phuket for 4 months now and lived in Pattaya over a year before that. It's not ridiculously expensive, but for most things it's the same price as Pattaya. Fair enough. Mr. Who, Ed, have you ever been with two Thai women at the same time? If not, is it if not, is it on your bucket list? Been there, done that. Been there, done that, and left with a bloody big smile on my face, okay? So I'm just going to say, sorry for miles and miles and miles and miles. Wayne Davidson, thank you for that super chat, Wayne. That's really, really generous of you. That's really, really good. That'll help towards my Phuket fund. It really, really will. Okay, I've more or less decided that I'm going to be going there now anyway. Cheers for that anyway. And say hello to your mum anyway. You know, she sounds really nice. We're Facebook friends as well. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. So let's see. Where are we now? Dixie Normus. I haven't seen Dixie Normus for quite a while. Let me see now. Yeah, Dixie Normus. Phuket is great, Ed. It's pricey around Patong, but reasonable everywhere else. Karen Carter and Camilla, quite cheap beaches and amazing. Yorkshireman Inn Hotel Patong, great hotel, has everything and cheap. Okay, that's fine. There's a lot going for Phuket, and like I say, I mean, I didn't have my YouTube channel when I was last there, and as I said before, Pattaya has been done to death, it's been vlogged to death. So really, I mean, Phuket is, you know, for me anyway, it will be quite fresh. So yeah, I could report on the price, because obviously the prices there are going to be a big issue. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot to do there. Philip Janik, I've been to Thailand twice this year for 43 days each and still haven't gone to Phuket. Been in Bangkok the whole time. Should I go? I don't like touristy areas. Okay, let me just say. Nick Gosling, looking forward to another Steady Eddie Phuket hotel review, okay? Shall I review this hotel that I'm staying in? At a first glance, it looked really nice. There's that field outside with cows and monitor lizards and all this kind of stuff. And, but, you know, I'm not impressed with the fact that the Wi-Fi is rubbish. It's non-existent, which is why I'm doing this live stream on a mobile phone. And also, they don't even bother bringing you bloody water. I have to go and buy my own water. They don't bother you bringing water or coffee, you know. Not really very impressed. Paul Hoskin, my first bar girl was in Pat Pong at a bar called Limelight. Good for you. Okay. Cambodian waveland. Be careful in Phuket. Dangerous. What's dangerous exactly in Phuket? Phuket's a nice, but what's dangerous exactly? Omega Silver, for party Phuket is great. I was drunk and met a freelance in Tiger Bar without protection. The beach is okay. In Europe we have greater beaches, so I don't care too much. Okay. Richard, forget Phuket, it's a rip-off island. Okay, it's you know, everyone's got their opinion. That's what this is all about. I mean, I've been to Phuket once, that was 20 years ago, so, and I loved it then 20 years ago, but I'm not an expert on the place anymore, and I can't really give you information that's 20 years old, so that's what this live stream's all about. Here we go, here we go. Sam Boyle, all hit the like, thank you. Richard, go back to Koh Chang, much better. Yeah, Martin Ryder, sod dry January. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Gordo, Camilla Beach is so small and quiet. Not much happens there. No nightlife at all. You see, this is it. You see, I'm at a place now which has got beautiful beaches, but the nightlife is not really exciting. GHB, during many months, hotel price in Phuket are cheaper than Bangkok and Pattaya for similar quality. Okay. Well, you know, had a look at on the internet, and I seen, you know, some reasonably priced hotels in Phuket. Crypto Chris, James Bond Island is off the northeast coast of Phuket. Yeah, I did go to James Bond Island, but like I said earlier, in case you missed it, I'd done a trip from Patong around James Bond Island and all the others, all the other stuff, and that was 12 hours from hotel to return to hotel. 12 hours. I couldn't do that now. I couldn't do a 12-hour day trip. I just couldn't do that anymore. Richard, Bangla Road, Kata Beach, Kamala Beach, all overrated. Okay. Omega, I think Pattaya is more interesting. Have nice islands as Phuket, more cheap and better malls. Okay. Soy sauce, a lifetime supply of Jules Claron. Is that the Scouser brand? Yeah, and Melton Mowbray pork pies. Pork pies, or one night in a waterbed with an East Cape. What is this? Okay, what is this? Soy sauce, a lifetime supply of Jules Claron and Melton Mowbray pork pies, or one night on a waterbed with an East Kate. Your choice. Do you know what? I would choose the first one. A lifetime supply of Jules Claron and pork pies. I mean, Anissa Kate is my dream woman and all that, but one night with any woman, you know, cannot compete with a lifetime of brandy and pork pies. Sorry, I can't. No woman could live up to that. And you know, maybe I might be too intimidated by it. I might not perform very well. So I'd have to say the first one. Sorry, Anissa, you know, but I think the first one would win it for me. Mr. Who, I'm currently fasting. Watching you drink Guinness has taught you. Okay, how about this then? Good old slurp for you. Roy Evans, just go Phuket. Just go. Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. Dixie Enormous. Ed, 2 months in Thailand for spending money, internal flights and accommodation. My budget is €7,000. What type of holiday could I have with this budget? 2 months in Thailand for spending money, internal flights and accommodation. €7,000. That's more than £6, £6,000, isn't it? You could do well on that. You would have a bloody good holiday. You could have a lot of fun with that. Mark Olick, hello Mark, how's it going, mate? Hope all's well. Good afternoon, Eddie. 1:40 p.m. here, and Mark is in Minnesota, so obviously it's very, very cold there. I'm in Langkawi in Malaysia, and I've got the aircon, and it's the middle of the night here. Nice to hear from you, Mark. Okay. Jersey, near Bangla, the Expat Hotel, good big pool. Okay, fine and dandy. If you just joined, we're talking about Phuket here. I'm currently in Langkawi. I have booked my ferry and the hotel in Koh Lipe in Thailand, so I'll be crossing back into Thailand very, very soon. And also, I'm thinking after Thailand, after Koh Lipe, where is the obvious place to go? And I'm thinking, I'll put it off for so long, I'm thinking Phuket should be the place to go. Crypto Chris card, do we still get 45 days on entry? As it stands, yes. That's valid until the end of March. Richard, that's what the massage girl said. Look at the head on there. Nino, Nanny Road is cheap, nice hotels, and it's eventually not that far from the action. Maybe 10 minutes. Nanny Road, okay. If I do book for Phuket, I will choose the hotel very, very carefully because I want a hotel that is close to Patong Beach. I'm prepared to spend a little bit more money on it. I wanted. It wasn't an issue last time I was there, but I heard these reports that those taxis are a real rip-off. So I don't want to be doing that. I'd rather spend a bit more money and be close to the action, you know, within walking distance. Roderick, happy travels, good man. Cheers, thanks for that. Soy sauce. I had a sports massage today in the UK for the first time. It turned out to be a great experience. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Martin Ryder, have you seen the couple with the coffee shop in Phuket channel? No, I haven't seen that. No, I haven't. I haven't really watched that much on Phuket, really. You know, maybe I should. Maybe I should. I've never heard of that one. Richard says, save your money, don't go to Phuket, overrated and overpriced. Okay. We're all about opinions here. Any opinion is welcome. Noki was in Phuket last year for the first time. I had a great time there. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Okay. Dave Duncan, you are my idol, Eduardo. Thanks for that, mate. Mr. Who, I remember when I went to Patong, a Thai girl took me to a club in the middle of nowhere. I was the only Farang there. It was called Safari Bar. I had a wild night. Okay, okay, okay. David E. Pike, Philip, I love Dalat. Cool mountain area. The Dalat in Vietnam. Alan Hill says Phuket is expensive, bit of a rip-off. Well, I can't answer that. I can't answer that because I was there 20 years ago and I had a really, really, really great time. And it certainly wasn't as expensive then as what I was told it was going to be. I had a really good time. I stayed around the Patong area, but that was 20 years ago. So in recent years, I've heard all kinds. I would only really know if I went there myself personally to find out. But what would be interesting is that I could make videos there because you know, there's probably a lot of stuff that you can make videos about there. Richard, I am speaking from experience, Eddie. We'll be in Phuket full of younger crowd. Yeah, okay. I imagine it probably will be a full, but I think there'll be older people there as well. But you know, I don't know. You got to tell me anyway about that. Soy sauce, extra large pork pie and Asda £3. I'm going crabby in March. Hopefully, I like boat trips. Good for you. Steve Johnson, we did Koh Lanta from Leip before we did Koh Lanta from Leip before you get to Phuket. Well, that'll be interesting that because I mean the ferry from Koh Leip to Phuket is about 5.5 hours. It's quite a long journey there, so it might be an idea to break that journey up, mightn't it? Maybe Koh Lanta. Maybe I should have a look about that. What does anyone think of Koh Lanta? I haven't considered that place. She ran it. Yes, Ed. Gareth, Ed, what do you think of Northern Thailand? I've been to Chiang Mai a few times, and I thought it was, you know, I thought it was a little bit dull the last time I was there. I've also been to a couple of other towns, Sukhothai and a couple of other little towns. So I'm not an expert on Northern Thailand. GHB, I'm currently here and I've lived here for 5 months, okay? Paul Hoskins, should be an airport in Pattaya. Then it's a direct flight for all the mongers. There's an airport near Pattaya, but I've never ever used it. I don't know anyone who has used it, to be honest with you. Mister, if I told us what was affordable today, in the morning it would not be. Okay, fair enough. McLaren, just got home and I'm still on. Got some Thai ski beer instead. Looking forward to Red Horse in a few weeks. I like Red Horse beer. You get that in the Philippines. You can get it in Vietnam as well. Very, very nice. Martin Ryder, Eddie's done the Thai sandwich where he was the meat. The girls with the bread. Oh, yeah. Could do with another one of them. And I could do with another one of them. Oh, beautiful. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Those days will return. Kevin Moran, I came back from Phuket on Tuesday. I stayed for a month. It's well worth visiting. Okay, so I think at this point, I've been on for an hour and 24 minutes. At this point, I can say that they're probably about 50-50, aren't they? Some people say avoid Phuket, it's a rip-off. Some people say it's a bloody good place, worth going to. So I think we're about 50-50, aren't we? Richard, Red Horse is Philippine stellar actor twat, is it really? Soy sauce. Chewy flight Gatwick to Phuket direct, quite expensive though, and small plane. Really, really. When I went to Phuket, how did I get there? I went to Vietnam first of all. I was in Saigon, and I flew from Saigon to I think from Saigon to Bangkok and then on to Phuket. I think that's how I done it. Paul, Mike Richardson, meeting up with my freelancer Monday evening with some naughty fun. Get in there, lad. Paul Hoskin, I've done the two sausage sandwich, you dirty, dirty old man. David E. Pye, you just made my day out, okay? What is that? Someone said Phuket has, I don't know what that, elephants, is that what it is? GHB, Patong is fantastic for the nightlife, but I would stay on a different beach, just more beautiful and better food in the Karankola. See, there's quite a lot of places in Phuket, isn't it? This is all the more reason for me to go there, isn't it? You know, I need to see some new places. I mean, I think when I was in Patong, I think I just stayed in that area all the time. Bobby Crush. I'm looking forward to Eddie moaning and groaning about the prices in Phuket and saying he wishes he'd never gone there. Okay, that's coming up soon. It's coming. It's coming in the not too distant future, Bobby. GHB taxi to Patong for nightlife. Did somebody say? I don't know if they have Grab or Bolt there. I mean, they have Bolt in Thailand, but I found that's very, very hit and miss. But somebody did say, didn't they, that Bolt doesn't operate in Phuket. I think you have to use those bloody those awful taxis. Philip Janak been twice this year. The kiosk. Eddie, when do you go to Phuket? I haven't booked it yet. I'm booked up for Koh Lipe, but after Koh Lipe, Phuket would seem like it would seem the obvious choice, really. Martin Ryder, my Monga mates were in Phuket during the tsunami. Bodies stuck up trees, but at least the parlours remained. I was there before the tsunami. Oh, dreadful, dreadful. I mean, well, I had a great time, but when I seen it about a year later or 2 years later on the TV, oh, dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Hopefully, nothing like that ever happens again. Legan, it's my birthday this weekend, so I guess I'll try a local massage parlour and pretend I'm in Thailand. The only ones I go to here have been Asian girls, never really disappointed and saved the airfare. Good for you, mate. Gareth, Ed, how's Jeff Carter doing? Any news? I think Jeff Carter is on the mend. You know, he had a fall, didn't he? And he damaged his hips and his leg, and it was very, very bad. But I think he's on the mend now. Anyway, I think he is making videos at the moment. So best of luck to him anyway. Issa man, if your average daily spending money is 50 quid, which is 2,000 Thai baht, just how far will that go in the tourist centres in Phuket? I don't know if my average spending money is 50 quid anymore. How far will that go in the tourist centre of Phuket? Probably won't go very far. I'm not there yet, so I don't know, but I would imagine 50 quid. If you include a hotel and you're spending money, then it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be a lot more than that. Gee, Rick, Phuket is the Bali of Thailand. No, because I've been to Bali and it was bloody awful. Gee, Rick, it was good 2003, now a rip-off. Let me see. Richard, if your average daily spending is 50 quid, which is 2,000 baht, just how far will that go in the tourist centres at Phuket? Answer about half a day. You're lucky. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. I'm prepared for that. Philip Janik, I'm wearing my manga suspenders. Okay, well, good for you, mate, anyway. Paul Loskin, first time I went, it was 37 baht to the pound. Then it shot up to over 70, then slowly drifted back down again. Mark Ollick, heat wave today, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's, yeah, okay, that doesn't sound like a heat wave, but good luck to you anyway. You want to be here, Mark, in Langkawi. I mean, I was down at the beach today, shorts and t-shirt, drinking cold beers. Life ain't all bad. Life ain't all bad. Nick Barton videos. They need a well for the water in your hotel. Gareth. Ed, I've been working in Liverpool, right next to Everton's ground. I went to a cafe and asked for a bacon butty. They said they have no bacon. Do you want Ulster fry? What's Ulster fry? Never heard of it. Ulster? No, I have heard of that vaguely, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what Ulster is, but I don't, that's not a Liverpool. That doesn't sound like a Liverpool expression, that. Martin Ryder, ever considered Burma could be the new Cambodia? Somebody mentioned this earlier. I mean, Gabriel Traveller, he was thinking of Myanmar, but I think he's decided against it because the idea of a vlogger walking around with a camera is probably not really welcome there right now. Richard, coal life is beautiful, but better with a lady friend. Fair enough. I just want to be on an island. I mean, the thing is, there's probably a big difference between Malaysian islands and Thai islands. Because the Thai islands, they tend to be rocking. Thailand entertains you. You know, there's no real live bands here or nothing like that. Whereas in Thailand, there's tons of live bands, and I'm looking forward to that. Well, I'm going to be there in Koh Life very soon. Okay, let's see, where are we now? Life's a beach. Eddie, to be honest, I hated Phuket. If you decide to go to Kamala, it was okay. All the best, mate. Okay, cheers, thanks for that. Bobby Crush, Garrett Bacon Grill, like the stuff in tins. Is that what it is? Old stuff. I have heard that phrase, but I can't remember what it is. Philip Janik, been bouncing back and forth from Thailand to Vietnam, March the 1st. I led to the Philippines. Good for you, mate. Donald Pearson, Don, Los Angeles, California in the house. Okay, nice to hear from you, mate. Let me see. Okay, let me see now. Capitonian. Hi, Eddie. Just looked at Phuket is definitely worth it. Just spent 2 weeks there in December. I had a blast. I stayed at the Ashley Hub Hotel in the Otop Market area. Everything you need is right there. Okay. The consensus is, now, okay, is Phuket worth going to or is it not worth going to? I'm starting to swing that it's worth going to, okay? Now, I'm denied about Phuket for the last couple of years, but seeing as I'm sort of like down this way, yeah, you know, it would be, you know, ignominious to actually overlook it. I mean, since I'm down this way, I may as well give it a go. Bryn Roberts, a Hello Patong hotel, close to everything and not expensive, but great hotel. Okay, cheers. Mono Usorian, yabba dabba doo. Kevin Lampard, Ed, would be great if you could go to Phuket, as I'm thinking of going later in the year for the first time. Well, it's all about information, you know. I'm pretty sure that there's lots of stuff that I could report in Phuket. Pretty sure lots of stuff. So I'm definitely leaning towards going there. Jerzy says it's at least double or triple the price than 20 years ago. Okay. Well, if it's ridiculously expensive, then I'll report on it being ridiculously expensive. So, you know, I'll be flying to Bangkok soon. Who's that mono? Yeah. Paul Hoskin, pork pie, $1.99 Lidl. Okay, well, save half of it for me, please. Mike Richardson, the problem with Phuket is there are so many youngsters, so us monga stand. Yeah, I should imagine it probably is full of youngsters. I mean, yeah, you know, It didn't matter that much to me because when I went there, I was about 40, wasn't I? You know, which is not young, but now I'm 60, which is a big difference. G-Red, Koh Samui nice if you're going to be spending a lot anyway. Mark Hollick of snow. Snowing in Minnesota. I'd love to see a bit of snow. I think I'd like to see a little bit of snow, but at the end of the day, I couldn't be, you know, I like sitting at a beach with shorts and t-shirts on. Listen, Johan, Koh Lanta only for Scandinavian families. Fair enough. Donald Pearson, how was the southern part of Thailand? Well, the only place I've been to in southern Thailand is probably Phuket, isn't it? So it's not, it's you know, so Koh Lipe is next on the list. Gee, just go Phuket if you want girls and cheap beers. Well, you're the first one I've heard saying that. Pal Andre says Phuket is overpriced and not fun anymore. Stick to Pattaya, GMTM, Bangkok. G-Reg agreed, Bangkok is the best. No, I mean Bangkok's alright, but sooner or later you want to get to a beach, don't you? It's for this part of my journey. It's beaches. I haven't been to any beaches really. Bangkok. I know Pattaya is a beach place, but I don't go swimming in the water there. Where else? Didn't go to any beaches in Cambodia, and this is the first beach place that I've been in Malaysia. So on my travels up to now, which is getting on for almost 3 months or 2.5 months, I've been traveling now. You know, this is the first time I've actually been to beaches. Sandra Taylor, hi Eddie, pack with tourist Phuket and it's more expensive, lovely beaches. Okay, nice to nice to hear from you, Sandra. Pack with tourists and more expensive. Oh, okay, well if it's packed with tourists then it must be good, and you know, lovely beaches. So yeah, I'm definitely, you know, I'm definitely swinging towards going to Phuket. Philip Janet, I figured a big mango is everything I need. Okay. Mike Richard, you just have to have a better, okay. Price in the Philippines increasing daily. Onions, eggs, fruit. Prices have got rocketing through the... I mean, our bloody currency is the only thing that isn't going up. The British pound, it's dreadful. Let's see, Bangkok, Bangtao and Camel are best places out in Phuket, okay. Philip Janek, Eddie, did you buy your 20-stone wife any elephant pants? No, she's already got a collection of them. G-Rig, Phuket, good if you get a bike and get out of Patong to the other beaches in Phuket town. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Donald Pearson, any beaches to go surfing and still have nightlife? Okay. Paul Hoskin is on a diet, only one KFC bucket now. Okay. What have we got now? Oh, I'm going to grab a beer. Yo, I'm going to have a Heineken. Okay, Mike Richardson, won't go to Malaysia. If you want to see a postbox, I walk down the street. Yeah, I say what I seen here the other day. I seen a red telephone box here. I mean, Malaysia was a British colony, wasn't it? Let's see. Mono, who said, any alternative was Sukhumvit, Asok area in Bang? Well, that's the best one, isn't it? That's the best one. Sean Harris, hi Ed, I've never been to Phuket, so if you do go, I will look forward to some of your vlogs. I value your opinions, most of which I agree with. Okay, cheers, thanks for that. Surfed it tsunami. Hi Ed, I'm in a white sand beach, Koh Chang. Any advice? Yeah, get out of there. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. White Sand Beach in Koh Chang is the most well-known area of Koh Chang, but it's not my favourite. I just think that the other beaches are more pleasant. Lonely Beach and Kai Bay Beach. White Sand, I mean, I think it was full of Russians when I was there, and it's also quite expensive, and and also the thing about White Sand, if you go to main high street at White Sand Beach, it doesn't really feel like you're on an island. So it's not. But Koh Chang's really good, but that isn't my favourite part of Koh Chang Island. But a lot of other people like it. It's the main place there, so you enjoy yourself there anyway. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, where? Bobby Crush Defo. Anyone can blow a pile of cash. You have to be smart on a budget. Hideout Superstars. Hello. Plenty of tourists with big cameras in Bangkok and Rangoon. Burma is definitely worth a look. Is it really? Well, like I say, Gabriel Traveller is a very, very experienced traveller. And he put out a post. He was and ahhing about going there, and he decided against it. He went to Bangladesh instead. They are having problems right now, political problems. McLaren, got a 10 pack of smoked bacon in the fridge and fireball bacon. Oh, sounds lovely. I haven't got anything to eat here. But then again, I did overeat. I had a bloody big Indian meal. It was quite good value. I had a nice curry with rice and papadums and naan bread and onion arty barties and all that. It just bloated me at the end of it. T-Rex, since you were in the area, you should go. No need to stay too long. And see if you can get out of Patonga sometime. Okay, fair enough. Michael Axford, Palmview Lodge in Nanai Road. The place to be in Patong. Okay, thanks for that. Okay, so I've been on for an hour and 42 minutes, so I'm gonna finish this one pretty soon. Martin Ryder, seen the latest Gabriel Traveller in Bangladesh. Looks an awful hellhole. Well, I mean, I heard bad reviews from Bangladesh, from Bangladeshi people. They said there's really no reason to go there. Yeah, I haven't seen his videos. I do like Gabriel Traveller a lot. I haven't actually caught up with it with his videos, but yeah, it doesn't look like a bundle of fun, does it? Silence. I was in Phuket in November. Really liked it, but it depends on where you stay. Sometimes it can be pretty crowded. Michael Axford, Pattana's great, but full on. If you older, Phuket the place to be. Well, that's strange because someone else said Phuket's full of young people. Martin Ryder, too many floaters at Pattaya Beach. I wouldn't swim in that. Never swam in Pattaya Beach. Funnily enough, the area that I'm staying in Koh Lipe, that's called Pattaya Beach. So that might be the first Pattaya Beach that I've ever swam in. Okay, so let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Where are we now? McLaren F1 is, hey, out of all the bloody hotels I could have chosen, I've booked into the Sogo Hotel with my LDR. They're famed for short time stay, so if you know what I mean, okay, fair enough. Have fun. Martin Ryder, how much was the small Heineken? They're pretty good. It's about 420 ringgits, which is about 80 pence. Now this, if you were in the other, if you're in a 7-Eleven in Kuala Lumpur or Penang, you would pay double that. No, you pay over 10 ringgits for that. So Langkawi is definitely cheaper. Definitely a lot cheaper. You know, if you're buying out of 7-Elevens or a lot of the bars here. But the thing is, if you go in the more expensive bars, the more glamorous ones like the Yellow River, you will pay a much higher price for it. But yet this is definitely cheaper for the booze. Capitonia, every third day or so, do a trip out to the islands. Definitely worth it. Book on. Are you talking about Phuket now? They pick you up your hotel. Fantastic trips and pretty cheap. Okay, I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind doing it. But like I said before, I mentioned before, the last time I done a day trip to the islands around Phuket, it was 12 hours that day trip, and I couldn't do that anymore. I do believe in fairies. How much was your Guinness? Only a bit more expensive than a Heineken. Really good value. McLaren, I had the best prostrate massage in Phuket. It was squealing like a guinea pig. Oh my God, sounds bloody awful. Mark Olick, lots of beautiful white sand on the east shoreline of Florida, right off the Gulf of Mexico. I've never been to Florida, but I've been to Mexico. I've been to Mexico, and it's one. I don't know if I'll ever go to that part of the world again. I'm quite settled into this one, Southeast Asia. But Mexico's a great place. I've never actually been to Florida, but sounds nice. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, Michael Ashford. Phuket is evident beaches, nightlife be chilled, and not a million mile, a million mile an hour like Pat. Okay. Danish bacon, Coal Lipe has a pretty little walk. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's often compared to PP Island. I went to PP Island many, many years ago, and that was lovely. I loved that place. So, be nice to see it anyway. Okay, so we're coming to the end of this now anyway. Okay, we're coming to the end of it now. Caught up with the chat. So, Pillardown, Chittagong and Cox's Bazar, great value beach resorts in Bangladesh. Beautiful plus. Are you serious? Is that for real? Benny Fernandez, I'm in Florida, Eddie. Beach living is getting expensive here. Okay. Philip Gianna, we have sand beaches in Indiana. I live 15 minutes away. Time 333. I lived on Samui for a month last year and was bored. But after week 3, I wasn't really bowled over with Koh Samui. To be honest with you, I'd always wanted to go there, but it wasn't a rocket to the moon. What always puts me off? I mean, the beaches were lovely, but it's when you get the nightlife area, which is sort of in the town rather than the beach. The nightlife was, those roads, like White Sand Beach in Koh Chang, it didn't really feel like you're on an island, and it was a little bit grim, to be honest with you. So I wouldn't be in a hurry to go there again. McLaren, cheers, Eddie darling, great stream, mate. Okay, someone said I rode my motorbike in circles around Samui for something to do. Benny Fernandez, stay in Southeast Asia, better bang for your money, and many nice things to do. Okay, guys, listen, we've discussed Phuket anyway. I'm currently in Langkawi, Malaysia. I'm going to be going to Koh Lipe in Thailand pretty soon, and it looks like Phuket is going to be the obvious choice after that. So thanks for your input, guys. Thanks for coming along tonight anyway. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back very, very soon, okay? Oh, nice that beer is cheaper in Langkawi than it is in the other places in Malaysia, okay? Good night, guys, anyway. Have a great weekend. See you soon. Cheers.